Bollywood Silver Screen presents 6 Days, 7 Nights. The story begins in the bustling city of New York, where we are introduced to a woman named Robin Monroe, who works as an editor for a major fashion magazine. Her life is extremely busy. Robin also has a boyfriend who invites her to dinner and tells her, "Today marks our 3rd anniversary. I want us to go to Megateu Island in the South Pacific Ocean and spend some quality time together." Hearing this, Robin is overjoyed, and the two of them plan their trip to the island. They hire a private plane for the journey, piloted by a man named Quinn. However, before they depart, Quinn's girlfriend joins them as well. Soon, they arrive at Megateu Island, where many tourists are already enjoying their time. Robin is very happy here. That night, Robin's boyfriend, Frank, proposes to her for marriage, and she excitedly accepts. The next morning, Robin receives a call from her boss, informing her about a major fashion show that she needs to cover immediately. She is also promised a promotion in return. Understanding the importance of this opportunity, Robin approaches Quinn and asks him to take her to another island where she has urgent work. Initially, Quinn refuses, but when she offers him money, he agrees. When Frank learns about this, he becomes upset, but Robin assures him that she will finish her work quickly and return to spend time with him. She then sets off with Quinn in his old plane toward the other island. While flying, their plane gets caught in a thunderstorm. Quinn tries to call for help via radio, but at that very moment, lightning strikes the plane's wing, cutting off their communication. Robin panics and takes an overdose of her anxiety pills, causing her to lose consciousness. Seeing this, Quinn gets frustrated. At the same time, he notices that the plane's fuel is running low. Although he wants to return to the original island, he realizes that there isn't enough fuel to make it back. He decides to make an emergency landing on the nearest island. The plane crash lands on the island, hitting a rock and coming to a stop. The next morning, as the storm clears, Quinn sits by the plane while Robin, still under the effect of her medication, slowly regains consciousness. She asks Quinn if the plane is still functional, but he tells her that its gear is broken and cannot be repaired. They will have to wait for help. This angers Robin, and she demands a refund of the money she paid him for the journey. Quinn, enraged by her attitude despite their dire situation, tears up the money and throws it at her. The two now need to build a shelter and create a help signal in case someone passes by and spots them. While searching the plane for useful supplies, Robin finds a lifeboat. However, Quinn tells her that it would be impossible to cross the vast ocean using it. Meanwhile, back on Megateu Island, Frank receives a call from Robin's boss, asking why Robin hasn't arrived at her destination yet. He is shocked to learn that she had left with Quinn a day earlier. Quinn's girlfriend, who is now worried for him, also gets involved. Together, they approached the island's manager to arrange for a rescue team. Meanwhile, Robin and Quinn continue searching for water and finally reach a waterfall, which lifts their spirits. With drinking water secured, they now need to find food. Using his survival skills, Quinn catches a bird, and they cook it to satisfy their hunger. During this time, they talk about their personal lives. While they initially argued, Robin begins to see Quinn as a good person. On the other side, Frank and Quinn's girlfriend manage to arrange a rescue plane and take off in search of Robin and Quinn. They soon reach the island where the two are stranded. However, Robin and Quinn had failed to set up a proper help signal. Adding to the problem, Quinn had consumed a lot of alcohol the previous night and was still unconscious. Robin hears the helicopter and tries to wake him up but fails. Desperate, she grabs Quinn's flare gun and fires it toward the sky, but her shot misses. The flare hits a tree instead, and the helicopter flies away, failing to spot them. Quinn wakes up, furious that Robin's mistake caused them to miss their chance at being rescued. They argue again, but ultimately decide to climb to a higher point on the island in hopes of getting a phone signal. As they ascend, Robin slips and falls, but Quinn catches and saves her. Despite the difficulty, they eventually reach the top of a mountain and spot a boat in the ocean. They are overjoyed, but reaching the boat is not easy. As they descend, night falls, and they decide they cannot spend another night on the island. Using their lifeboat, they leave the island and paddle all night. By morning, they reach the boat, but Quinn notices through his binoculars that the crew on board is throwing a man overboard. He realizes that they are pirates who rob and kill people at sea. He warns Robin not to signal them, but the pirates have already spotted them. The pirates send their men to capture them. Quinn and Robin desperately try to reach the shore, but their boat is slow. The pirates start shooting, puncturing the lifeboat and causing it to deflate. Robin and Quinn fall into the water and barely manage to swim to the island. However, the pirates follow them. Knowing they will be killed, Robin lies to the pirates, saying they have hidden a stash of gold on the island. Believing her, the pirates agree to let them live if they lead them to the treasure. As soon as they get the chance, Robin and Quinn escape. The pirates chase them to a cliff, forcing them to jump off. They manage to survive but remain lost in the jungle. Eventually, Quinn spots an old World War II plane stuck in a tree. He suggests that it might be useful, but since it is nighttime, they decide to rest there. Robin thanks Quinn for saving her multiple times. The next morning, Quinn retrieves parts from the plane and gathers wooden planks. He then reaches his crashed plane, planning to repair and modify it into a float plane so they can use the ocean as a runway. Just as he finishes fixing it, the pirates spot them and open fire. Quinn is injured. Robin suggests hiding in the jungle, but Quinn insists that this is their only chance to escape. They board the plane, manage to take off, and fly away. The pirates fire a cannon at them, but it accidentally hits their own boat, causing it to explode. Some pirates jump into the water to save themselves, while Robin and Quinn successfully escape. Since Quinn is badly injured, he instructs Robin on how to fly the plane before losing consciousness. Meanwhile, back at Makatao Island, Frank and Quinn's girlfriend attend a memorial service, as everyone assumes Robin and Quinn are dead. Just then, they see a plane approaching from the sky. Oh, it's Robin, flying the plane. She manages to land it on the water, though the landing is rough. Quinn is immediately taken to the hospital. While visiting him, Robin realizes that she has developed feelings for Quinn. However, Quinn tells her that she deserves someone better. Meanwhile, Frank and Quinn's girlfriend have grown close during this time, but Frank still wants to marry Robin. When Robin talks to Frank, she tells him that they should rethink their marriage because she believes she has fallen for someone else. This angers Frank, who confesses that he also developed feelings for Quinn's girlfriend. 0:12 and 29 seconds. Robin now understands that her relationship with Frank is over. At the same time, Quinn realizes that he loves Robin. He rushes to the airport to stop her from leaving, but by the time he arrives, her plane has already taken off. Heartbroken, he turns around only to find Robin standing behind him. She had chosen to stay. They embrace, confess their love for each other, and decide to be together forever. Thus, the story concludes. Hope you enjoyed it.